Hello and welcome to the 80s-est, the podcast that uses your votes to determine the most totally 80s thing. Since Siskel and Ebert gave thumbs up and thumbs down to films in the 1980s. In Cleveland, Ohio, I'm 80s film aficionado, Keith Marsteller.
And in Seattle, Washington, I'm Joe Walk, a connoisseur of fine 80s cinema.
And this season, we're
at the movies.
All right. We are back for more. Hey, Joe, how you doing, man?
Dude, I'm doing great. I'm doing great because this week I didn't have to sit through anything overly painful.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't like 6 hours of movie watching this time. And
that's true.
Marcia, who watched some of these films with me, actually said, hey, I kind of enjoyed this week.
Yeah.
Where she did not say that last time. So.
No, or probably the time before that.
Yeah, I think she liked 16 Candles.
Okay.
You know, everybody loves Jimmy Montrose. She's totally serious, asswipe.
You can't not love Jimmy.
Oh, my God. So, Joe, we hadn't talked about discussing this, but
yeah.
You want to tell the audience about the project you're working on for this summer, just in case someone's local to you and wants to check it out?
Sure.
Yeah.
Long-time listeners may remember that last year, the Shakespeare company that I founded with my wife, we did our inaugural production of Much Ado About Nothing, which was in the little park down the hill from our house and was very well received. And this year we're doing another show. We're doing Twelfth Night.
Awesome.
Which is one of Shakespeare's best comedies. We are currently casting, and we will be performing in mid-July.
Exciting times.
It is exciting. It's weird that I'm really coming into a love of Shakespeare in my mid-50s that I hadn't had before. I mean, I always appreciated him, but I mean, I really dig it.
Well, yeah, now you're having to kind of dig in and find the vibe that works with today's audiences, but see the genius from hundreds of years ago and kind of get your take on it, right? For the
I'm super excited. Like next year, we already have our plan for next year, as a matter of fact.
No shit.
Yeah. We're gonna do Hamlet, but with furries. It should be great.
Are we doing GoFundMe's and stuff this year? Are we?
We will be launching soon. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll share that for the listenership in case we have benevolent donors listening. You never know, right? So,
why? I love benevolence.
So do I. You know who's benevolent also is our friend and listener and occasional co-host Alejandro. And he and his partner kind of soft launched their Lo Mas Ochenta podcast, the South American version of the 80s is specific to Argentina and international stuff. So there was kind of a not mentioned version put out. They're kind of testing the waters, testing out how badly Argentinian copyright laws will smack down their podcast.
Yeah.
I tried to listen. I listened. I listened to the entire thing. I am embarrassed to say I have a real tough time keeping up with real Spanish speakers who aren't slowing down from my lack of intelligence.
Right. Yeah, 100%.
So I'd be like, oh, I'm right with you. And then I'd be like, oh, got to rewind that. What was the end of that sentence? Then I thought, wait, I'll listen at 0.5 speed.
Yeah. How'd that go?
It was, I was more able to keep up. Anyway, I need to work on my Spanish. But if we have anybody in our audience who's good at speaking Spanish or understanding listening to Spanish, I got to highly recommend this. We're going to cross-link to it when it officially launches. But
fantastic. I can communicate in Spanish a little tiny bit.
In a basic level, right.
Yeah, but
I need to poop, that kind of stuff.
Then I go to Spain and people are talking at regular human speed.
Right.
And it's like I catch like every 18th word.
Whenever anyone says quiero, I understand it. Yeah. Or if they, like... And I'm embarrassed by that because, Alejandro on our show speaks English better than we do. And then he also speaks Spanish on a level that's beyond our comprehension. And literally,
Alejandro's just a better person than us.
Well, he's also a better person. That's true. Yeah. Yes. That's not even in question. Anyway, they've got really great production quality, and they had an excellent sounding guest who the parts of sentences I understood seemed to be super knowledgeable. Anyway, I don't mean this to sound. It's going to be a great show. I just hope
their guest, who might have been in the music industry or might have been an 80-year-old nun, couldn't tell which.
Couldn't tell you. No, it's awesome. I'm really stoked for these guys, and I'm hoping that it goes on iTunes so that I can click the transcript button and read the Spanish.
Nice, good
plan.
And
then follow it while reading it because it's so fast. And that's the problem Alejandro's wife was having with our podcast is we talk too fast in English.
God, well, what if we did a whole episode where we slow it down?
Yeah, we need to be more sensitive, right? Well, anyway, so great things happening with your Shakespeare production with Alejandro's new show, which, God, I'm really excited for those guys. It's going to be it's so much better than our show, Joe. I can tell already.
You can't help but be.
But anyway, we're going to do our show now. And what's our matchup?
I truly appreciate that little plug segment. That was awesome.
Yeah, man.
Very
anything to help
worked in too.
To help you and to help the arts and to help our friends. It's going to be excellent. So, tell me, Joe.
Yeah.
Who's on the docket for today? Who are we going to talk about?
Keith, this week, our matchup, still in the first round of the 16 Candles region, is 4-seed Tootsie versus 13-seed RockyIII.
Oh, man. Two powerhouses of the early 80s. Well, I guess we might as well get right to it with this week's box office report.
We're not just doing this for money. We're doing it for a shitload of money.
All right.
Okay, so our number 4 seed, Tootsie, was released December 17th, 1982. It was directed by the great Sidney Pollack, and it starred Dustin Hoffman, Jessica Lange, Terry Garr, Dabney Coleman, and Mr. Bill Murray. The box office gross was $241 million worldwide. It had made $177 million domestically, and it had a $21 million budget, so nice return on investment
10 times
there.
Return on investment. Very nice.
Yeah, this was the number 2 box office film of 1982. It had 10 nominations at the 55th Annual Academy Awards, including for Best Picture, and it won Best Supporting Actress for Miss Jessica Lange.
Wow. Impressive.
Yeah.
Let's see how Rocky III stacks up against that, Joe. I can only imagine favorably. Let's see.
Oh, I'm anxious to see.
Rocky III was released May 28th of the same year, 1982, and it was directed by its star, Sylvester Stallone, and in addition, it starred Mr. T, Carl Weathers, Talia Shire, and the incomparable Burgess Meredith.
You gotta crap thunder and eat lightning rock.
I can't tell if he's acting or if that's just who he was. That's how good he is.
Yeah.
Anyway, this movie box office grossed $270 million worldwide, which is $29 million more than Tootsie. It only had, however, $125 million domestically. So Tootsie outdid it by like $50 million, 52 million domestically, which is crazy. And this kind of stunned me. Rocky III's budget was $17 million, so it cost $4 million less to make Rocky than it did Tootsie.
Well, there are all those wigs.
A lot of wig, big wig budget.
Wigs.
High wig budget. That's right.
Yeah.
And as you know, we're talking about domestic box office. So here in the U.S., Rocky III was the number 4 film of 1982. So it fell 2 slots behind Tootsie. Just trivia, since there are, 6 films in the Rocky franchise, maybe.
Are we counting the Creed movies?
Okay, 9 films in the franchise. Well, of the ones with Rocky in the title, this was the highest grossing one. I don't know about the Creed ones, but Rocky III had a huge opening of $16 million against Tootsie's $5.5 million, but word of mouth had opposite effects on both movies, I guess.
That's right. Tootsie had legs.
Yeah, Tootsie did. Now, you think maybe Tootsie was the only one to have any awards, but oh no. Rocky III was nominated for Best Original Song at the 55th Academy Awards for Eye of the Tiger. Did not win. So, Joe, why don't you set up? We've each chosen a scene. You chose one from Tootsie. I chose an iconic scene from Rocky III. Right. Why don't you set up your scene for us?
All right. So this is early in the movie. This is after we've established that Michael Dorsey, the character played by Dustin Hoffman, cannot get work as an actor. He takes his friend Sandy to try out for a soap opera. She does not get the part. And then in desperation, Michael does drag and goes in, and he books the job. And this is him afterwards going to meet up with his agent, George Field, played by Sidney Pollack, the director. And he introduces himself, and it's pretty good.
Here we go.
Wait a minute. Wait.
I'm new in town and I'm awfully lonely. I wondered if you wouldn't mind buying me lunch.
Wait, hold on. You can't come. Gregory, this was.
George. It's
Michael Dorsey, okay? Your favorite client.
How are you?
Last time you got me a job, it was a tomato.
Oh, no.
Yeah?
No.
Swear to God?
Michael.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I begged you to get some therapy.
I know, and you also told me that no one would ever hire me again.
Jesus Christ, you think this is going to make a difference?
I got a soap, George. I'm the new woman administrator on Southwest General.
You're
ought to
what?
Congratulate me. They almost didn't hire me because they thought I looked too feminine.
Something from the bar.
Isn't that amazing?
Please, could you get me a double vodka right away, please?
You know?
For the lady?
Oh, how about a Dubonnet with a twist?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. That's a lovely glass.
Thank you.
Welcome.
You're not going to get away with this.
I got away with it. Look around.
I don't believe this.
Why not?
I mean, I believe it. I just don't believe that anybody else is going to.
You want a bet?
Don't.
George.
I'll walk down this street.
Hi, Phil.
You know Joel Spector.
Hello,
Hey,
Joel.
how you doing?
How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
Listen, I talked to Stuart. I talked to him yesterday. He'll be one more week in London, and then he definitely
You know, you're such a
wants to
tickly.
meet.
We've never been that ticklish before. We go back years.
He'll
We haven't
call
been
you.
introduced.
I know.
Hi.
It's Joel Spector.
Hi.
Joel, I'm sorry.
Go on,
Joel,
Phil.
How are you?
I'm sorry, Phil. It's
So rude.
Michael.
Dorothy Michaels, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
May I say-
There you go. That is a very uncomfortable scene, played extremely well by Sidney Pollack. And now for something slightly different, we have Rocky III. And Joe, we talked about this via text message today. The iconic scene that should be played is the training montage.
That's true.
But-
That's true. It is like the ne plus ultra of training montages. It's like the granddaddy of them.
It is the thing that maybe not the first montage in film history, certainly not. I think there are some in the 30s and 40s, but this is the one for me that cemented montages as an 80s trope.
Yeah.
But we can't play it because there's nothing to hear except the music, and we'd just be playing a song and talking over it.
And we've done that.
We've done that before. So I chose the second most iconic scene that I could think of, which is the one in which Carl Weathers as Apollo Creed tries to pick up Rocky after the death of his trainer Mickey, and after his first loss to Clubber Lang. Apollo Creed attempts to pick up Rocky and lift him up, and here's that scene.
If the papers knew we were talking like this, they'd think we was crazy. Why you?
Because I'm the best and you need somebody to teach you different.
Why?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't think you could pull it off without me, Rock.
You still didn't give me the answer, Apollo. What's the real reason?
Listen, it's quiet, isn't it? When you're retired, it's too quiet. I mean, we're too young to retire anyway. Besides, with the right touch, I could promote this thing into the biggest gate of all time. It'd be bigger than ours.
I don't need this no more. I don't want this no more.
Look, man, when you beat me, I hurt all over, and I didn't want to know from nothing or nobody, not even my kids. The hell, every fighter knows that hurt, and we get sick inside trying to live with it. So don't back off now. Make it right for yourself, or you'll be sorry you didn't. We held the greatest title in the whole world, babe. You lost that fight, Rock, for all the wrong reasons. You lost your edge. All right, I know your manager dying had you all messed up inside. But the truth is, you didn't look hungry. Now, when we fought, you had that eye of the tiger, man, the edge. And now you got to get it back. And the way to get it back is to go back to the beginning. You know what I mean? Maybe we could win it back together. Eye of the tiger, man.
So there you go. That is the famous Eye of the Tiger speech. Coincidentally, the song also talks about eyes of the tiger. It's crazy coincidence. Anyway, there's your box office report. There are your iconic scenes. Let's find out whose fault it is that these two movies are up against each other this week, Joe.
Let's do it.
The 1961 Ferrari 250 GT, California. My father spent 3 years restoring this car. It is his love. It is his passion.
It is his fault he didn't lock the garage.
All right.
Our number 4 seed, Tootsie. Its overall ranking is 16 out of the 64.
Okay.
How do you feel about that, Keith?
I think that's fucking insane.
Okay.
That is so fucking high for this movie.
I agree. Keith, you ranked this 100 out of 115 movies, so not terribly high at all.
No.
And I ranked this 109 out of 115.
I had to double check that number, Joe. I thought you were Team Tootsie all the way, and I was even saying that. Like, I think this is one of Joe's big, highly rated movies, and I love
this movie, but like thinking about, for me, this movie is timeless.
Fair.
You know, and it's not it's not one that I would think of as like filled with 80s-ness. You know, it's a New York story.
Yeah.
And, you know, especially not having watched it in a while, you know, I wasn't really thinking 80s from it.
Right. Well, and we'll break that down. So,
okay.
This is our second week in a row where the first movie, neither of us ranked it. And Now the second movie, however, here's an interesting coincidence. Okay, so the overall seed rating for Rocky III is 49th overall. It's a 13 in this region, as we've said already.
Yeah.
49th overall. I rated it 16th, which is what the actual overall rating of Tootsie is. That's why I think it's so crazy.
Yeah.
I ranked it pretty fucking high, top quarter of my rankings. Joe, you ranked this 96th out of 115, only slightly better than Tootsie. And for the second straight week, you will have to talk about two movies you didn't even think belonged here at all. And that's what happens.
It's not that they don't belong here. It's just I felt there was other stuff that belonged
that was
here
more
80s.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but again, in this season, we gave up. You know, we turned into a true kind of democracy in which
that's right.
We let everyone vote on what made it in the show to begin with for the first time ever, and so this is what we get. And so there you go. That's what the rankings are. So really, I guess it's a little bit my fault that Rocky is here. It is not at all your responsibility that either of these is here. And
Nope.
Tootsie is
Can't
also
claim them.
Tootsie is also out of my hands. So now this has nothing to do with 80s-ness, but let's find out if we like these films.
The first time I didn't feel it, but this time I feel it. And I can't deny the fact that you like me. Right now, you like me.
Love getting crush on you in every show.
Yeah, no, I treasure it.
All right, let's talk about Tootsie, man.
Talk about Tootsie.
What do you know about the Siskel and Ebert rating?
I know
of
that
this
Siskel and Ebert both liked this a lot. They thought it was, they thought it had a lot of good characters, not just the main character, but a lot of good characters. They thought that the feminist themes in it were good. They gave it 2 really enthusiastic thumbs up.
Yeah. It ended the year on Siskel's best of list for 1982. And Roger Ebert gave it 4 out of 4 stars. So they really
There you
did.
go.
That echoes exactly what I think you watched their review of this, right?
I did, and they were both singing Dustin Hoffman's praises. They said that he's that rare movie star who doesn't stop being an actor.
Nice.
Yeah.
What did you think of the movie? And like, tell me about your history with it. Did you see it then?
Yeah. Okay, so I saw this in the theaters. I loved it then. I love it now. I had it on VHS when I had a giant VHS collection.
Nice.
Yeah, and I've come back to it every once in a while. I've seen it more than a couple times over the years. How about you?
So this is we might have talked about this in previous shows. We've done, so many shows. In fact, this is our 200th show. So congratulations
right
on
now?
that. This is it. I forgot to mention that earlier.
Happy
birthday to us. So in one of our 199 other shows, I may have mentioned that in my family, on your birthday, you got to dictate what was happening, right? Now,
Right.
If you look back, my brother's birthday was January 6th. The release of Tootsie was December 17th.
Mm-hmm.
It was very much still in theaters 2.5 weeks later.
Mm-hmm.
And that was what my brother wanted to do on his birthday, was see Tootsie. And so on January 6th or thereabouts of 1983, I was forced to go see Tootsie in the theaters, which then, of course, made me not want to see it, because
Of course.
I didn't want to really be associated with my brother or the things that he liked. And I certainly would never admit to liking them. So, of course, I hated Tootsie then. And I vowed to never watch it again. And I broke that vow for this show.
Wow, you hadn't seen it in the intervening years.
Not even flipped past it on TV.
Wow.
No
Okay.
contact with it at all. I will say I'm very familiar with the songs in the movie because my brother sang them all the time throughout the house. But listen, my ire has cooled. I watched it with a more objective eye, and it had decent moments. It did. I'm not going to say I loved it, but I got through it. I had a few moments of like trauma from those days,
Wow, you still could not let it go.
Couldn't let it go, but I did watch the whole thing. I don't love it, but I did like some of it.
All right.
And I will say I will never watch it again, but I did watch it, and it wasn't horrible. It really wasn't. I can see some of the artistry in it and all that, and some
So
funny moments.
your rewatchability level on this is low.
It's super low. It's near zero, or it's at zero. Under importance to us, I have avoidance as my. So there you go. That was we had extremely opposite experiences with that.
Yeah.
I think this was about a year before you and I started hanging out.
So, right around there.
A year and a half, something like that. And if I had known you and you were like, hey, let's go see this movie, I could have had a completely different experience with it. But I think had I already been scarred by Yentl, or is that yet to come? I can't remember what year Yentl was, but
dude, I want to say maybe 83 for Yentl, but I don't.
All right, so sure. It would get worse. Yentl. Anyway, sorry.
Rocky III.
So Rocky III. Did you see a Siskel and Ebert on Rocky III?
I did. They did not like it. They had both, especially I guess Siskel, had been pretty big fans of the first two Rockies, and what they said was that. This Rocky, they missed the way that Stallone had written the first two films. They missed the way that he portrayed Rocky as, kind of a little quirky and, awkward guy.
Yeah.
And that this third movie lacked any of the depth. They both said they really liked Carl Weathers in this, but that he was a different Apollo Creed. He was not the brash Apollo Creed of the first two movies.
He's this benevolent,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a strange character evolution if you've seen the first two.
Right.
For them to team up.
Yeah, so two thumbs down from them.
2 thumbs heavily down. Ebert said decent action, no story. Right. And Siskel was like, why did they even make this? There's nothing new here. Essentially, was what I read that they said. But that's what they thought. So the exact opposite of Tootsie for them.
Right, yeah.
What was your reaction? Did you see this? And when did you first see this? And what was your thoughts about it?
I believe because this came out in May 82, so it would have been on cable like in the fall of 82 somewhere, or winter.
Winter.
So I saw this on cable.
Oh, okay.
I did not see it in the theaters, but I saw it on cable. And I think at the time I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
I saw it on VHS, having any cable, as we've talked about in the past. And I dug it in the way that I dig movies like Rad, like where I think I know it's shitty, I know it's formulaic, and I don't care. Like I still want to watch it, kind of make fun of it, but also kind of enjoy it in a guilty pleasure kind of a way, I guess. It's not high art.
Is that how you felt at age 12?
I know I liked making fun of it. That's how I felt.
Okay.
I loved watching it and making fun of it. I've watched it several times back then.
Got it.
And it would come on TV later on in life. And my friend, our kind of mutual acquaintance and friend Mike Barnes, and I once did a short film in which we parodied a scene that we're going to play a little bit later as a bonus scene.
Nice.
You want to break me down scene. So we have a lot of love for this film in that as a bad film.
Got it.
Yeah. So, and then you watched it, watching it again now, rewatchability. Thoughts on that?
I do not need to see it ever again. I'm good. I was, it wasn't, to me, this wasn't like, I don't know if we've talked about the movie Cliffhanger before, but I am a giant fan of Cliffhanger. It is, it is so bad. It has John Lithgow reaching kabuki levels of acting.
Incredible. Yes. You want to do it? Can you do a quick from memory reading of
Walker, you resilient bastard, so you're still alive.
Yes.
I must admit, Walker, you're quite a piece of work. But I must admit, you're quite a piece of shit. The Shakespearean dialogue
it's
there.
Incredible, yeah.
But this movie does not have that enjoyably bad quality for me.
Yeah, that's fair. There are
parts of it.
The one scene on the beach is so rewatchable for me as bad cinema.
Yeah, agreed.
And for me, the importance of this is its introduction of the art of the montage to me.
Right.
I wrote a paper in senior English class. We had to do a 10-page paper on something we loved. Mm-hmm. And I did mine on movie montages. And I remember specifically mentioning the Rocky ones, as being... And I've made some short films in my life. I have yet to make a good montage. So I think that's going to be something I need to focus on in the coming year. But anyway, rewatchability.
You know what you should do?
Yeah.
You should go for it.
Yeah, I should go for it. Go for it.
Go for it.
Rewatchability for me is also zero. Essentially, I will not rewatch this entire film again. I may show the beach scene to friends on YouTube, but I won't watch it again. All right, so that is all of the preamble we need. It's time to talk about these films and their 80s-ness.
I've thought about this quite a bit, sir. I don't want to sell anything, buy anything, or process anything as a career. I don't want to sell anything bought or processed, or buy anything sold or processed, or process anything sold, bought.
Get busy! All right, so
Tootsie.
Yes.
Was directed by Sidney Pollack. Starred Dustin Hoffman, Jessica Lange, Terry Garr, Dabney Coleman, Sidney Pollack, and Bill Murray. Tootsie was a satirical comedy about difficult, unemployed actor Michael Dorsey, who disguises himself as Dorothy Michaels to land a role in a daytime soap opera, only to become a feminist icon while simultaneously falling in love with his female co-star.
That's a complicated plot there, and also accidentally banging one of his best friends because he was caught looking through her clothes. Kind of a weird subplot there. So that's the synopsis of Tootsie, the synopsis of Rocky III, as we mentioned, directed by Stallone, starring Stallone, Mr. T, Carl Weathers, Talia Shire, and Burgess Meredith. It was a sports drama. The heavyweight champion Rocky Balboa lost his title to the aggressive challenger with a terrible name of Clubber Lang. Then he trains with his former rival Apollo Creed to regain his crown and his fighting spirit / dignity / manhood, whatever terms they used in the movie.
There you go.
So, a bit of the kind of rise, fall, redemption, the kind of classic storytelling arc there.
Classic.
Yeah. Now, one thing I noticed, Joe, as we enter our kind of free-form discussion here is that both of these movies have nearly identical rise to fame montages. Not the training montage, mind you, but Rocky III starts with a rise to fame montage. It picks up where Rocky II left off and shows a rise to fame. The Dorothy Michaels rise to fame as he, does his improv riffs on the soap opera. And
Southwest General.
Southwest General, thank you. And they play Go Tootsie Go.
They do.
While they show her on the cover of all these magazines, right? Rising to fame.
And hanging out with Andy Warhol.
Right.
And receiving fan mail.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, the same thing is happening to Rocky. And the same year, on the same, generally close enough geographical area of the world, Eastern Seaboard, United States of America, Northeast. Maybe. So what if they take place in the same universe, right?
Wait, what?
What if these two stories are happening simultaneously? Like
in the expanded Tootsie universe?
That's what I'm saying. I think it might go a little something. Jesus Christ, Marcia, this is for you. I apologize to the rest of the audience. Let me get some background ambiance going and maybe a little bit of background music here.
Nice.
All right, Joe.
All right. Exterior newsstand on a busy street. Rocky Balboa walks up to purchase something from a newsstand.
Sorry, I can't do it. No, we can do this. All right. Yo, you got a People magazine? The one with me on the cover?
You mean the one with me on the cover?
Hey! You're Dorothy Michaels.
Oh, my stars, you're Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, that's me, but yo, I never miss Southwest General. What Emily Kimberly threatened to do to Dr. Brewster with that cattle prod, that was beautiful.
And I hope you knock Clubber Lang's teeth right through the back of his skull.
Whoa, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me, yo. Hey, who shot your people cover?
Oh, yes, I had the pleasure of working with Stefan. He was just wonderful, just wonderful.
Get out! Stefan shot my cover!
Did you have the experience I had? He grabbed my hindquarters while positioning me for the shots.
Yo, he was kind of cupping my ass too. Said it was one of the nicest ones he had felt in 30 years of photography.
He says that to everyone, Rocky.
Oh man, I thought we had something special, yo.
Well, I gotta go. Good luck against Clubber. Like my dad always said, the bigger the mouth, the harder the floor hits him.
Thanks, Dorothy. Hey, yo, good luck against Dr. Brewster.
I don't need luck, Rocky. I've got that electric cattle prod.
All right. That is possible that
Marshall,
that all
I
happened
hope
in the
you're
same
happy.
universe. Could have happened in the same universe. It probably didn't.
No. Almost certainly
all right.
not.
So let's talk about these films, Joe.
Let's talk about these films.
And what kind of struck you? I mean, obviously, those rise to fame montages are very 80s, right? And the magazines they're appearing in are of the period.
Yeah, very much.
New York City in the 80s, right?
That's the thing, is like, if you want to talk about like what Tootsie has that's 80s, is it captures that time, late 70s, early 80s, before New York became Disneyfied, before they cleaned up Times Square, when artists could afford to live in Manhattan, which is not the case anymore.
You have some experience with that.
I have some experience with that.
Yeah.
It's a different place, and there are a bunch of parts of this that really kind of, capture that. And that's pretty 80s.
I mean, it's very clear with the dress and the cars.
Yeah.
What era it is, but it doesn't feel like fully realized 80s yet. It's definitely early, it is when it was. It's of the early part of the decade.
Right. And it's like any decade, right? It takes a few years to really kind of find itself and figure, the early 80s are just an extension of the 70s, really. It's a slight evolution of the 70s.
And even though these two took place in the same year and were shot in the year before, almost certainly, or earlier in 82, they are a little bit different. The Rocky, one of the very early scenes where his brother-in-law is wandering around town drunk.
Yeah, in the arcade.
And he jumps into an arcade, and you see all these classic early 80s arcade games. I was like, oh, shit, this is awesome. Yeah. There are a couple I had kind of forgotten about.
Yeah. That's a weird scene, because A, why is he there?
Yeah.
And B, he seems he's like smiling and like, oh, look at all these kids enjoying these games. And it's just, I don't get the point. It's all to get him to that pinball machine.
To destroy it, get arrested.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, the Rocky is a little more kind of glitzy and excess because of his rise to fame and his like expensive cars and suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed is that I remember that I had the Mad Magazine parodies of both of these movies.
Oh yeah,
and I remember particularly so Tootsie was drawn by the great Mort Drucker. The Rocky III parody was drawn by Jack Davis, who didn't do as many movie parodies by then. But I remember a couple of lines from that. Like there's one.
So
like
wait, is it you buy? I was not like a subscriber. Is it you would buy an entire the entire issue would be a dedicated parody to a movie? Is that?
So Mad Magazine, like, every issue they would have like a TV parody and a movie parody typically.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes
I
they
thought
might
it was
have
like a special
two
edition
movies,
or something.
but typically it was like, among the other stuff like Spy versus Spy, and the lighter side and all the other regular
So you would
features.
have like X number of pages given to a parody.
Yeah, you have like maybe like a 4 or 5 page movie parody and a 4 or 5 page TV parody.
Okay, please continue. Thanks for the explanation.
No worries. And I remember the panel where they were doing the scene where he wrestles or he meets up with Hulk Hogan. They had the line, "If I'm going to keep having these types of fights, I hope my next opponent is Dolly Parton." Oh, because he stood, he only came up to
because he was very short.
Yeah. And then the part, this part I thought was actually pretty good. It said, because Mickey dies and they have the funeral and they're like, he's being interned and there's a rabbi there overseeing it, and I remember that they said Mickey, the crusty Irish trainer, was Jewish. Yeah,
I said the exact same thing to Marsha today. I was like, I thought Mickey was Irish. Well, he was something-ish, but it wasn't Irish. It was definitely...
I mean, I think that's a bit of retconning that they did.
Isn't that wild? Like, there's no... You don't hear him, like, praying in, in Hebrew.
He very clearly seemed like an Irish stereotype.
Yeah. I looked it up. His last name was Goldmill. The character's last name was Goldmill. It's never mentioned as far as I know.
Yeah. I would bet you that was not his last name in the first two movies.
I would guarantee it. We have to find that out. But it was an interesting thing a choice to do. Like, they didn't have to. They could have made it non-denominational, right? It was a conscious choice to make it. Yeah. Them doing Hebrew prayers and whatnot. Totally cool with it. I just didn't see it coming.
No. It didn't make a lot of sense to
right?
me. Yeah. One thing I noticed is that this movie actually shares quite a bit of DNA with a movie that we're going to talk about later in this season, I believe, and that's Arthur. The story of two very rich people, right? Yeah. And just living a luxurious life and kind of goofing around, do what they want to do. And then their mentor dies, right? And their rug is pulled out from underneath them. Yeah. It's the same movie, essentially.
Oh, wow. See, I don't have a lot of experience with Arthur to know much about it. So
was that one of Dave's favorites, too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we going to run into a lot of that in this season?
I think about 4. All
right.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I'll be fine. It's the ones where there's the songs that he sang that I just grated on my nerves because it was just constant. Anyway.
Okay.
So, other things that struck you while you were watching either of these films that, first of all, should we discuss, is Tootsie now a problematic film, in your opinion? I mean, he is definitely, even though he is dressing as a woman, and some folks that I was reading on the internet see that as violently anti-trans. I don't know if that's the intent of that, but it was definitely, the script was definitely feminist in nature, like they painted.
It was trying to be. I mean, I think.
But then he treated Sandy like garbage, right? So,
right. Couple things.
Go ahead. I'd love to hear your take.
I can't speak to its anti-transness. I don't see it, but I'm a cishet white dude.
Right.
So I don't know.
Right.
As far as the feminism, it's sort of the gender version of a white savior kind of thing.
Yes,
because it's like it takes
a man
to teach women how to
stand up,
better women.
Yeah, that was kind of the take I was having on it.
Yeah.
I didn't have that take when I first watched it because I had my head buried in But this time around, I was like, ooh, that's a little cringeworthy for me.
Yeah, I agree.
On that. Yeah. It doesn't mean it's not a. It's similar to 16 Candles. If you just take it as how it was at the time,
right?
It's still can be a funny movie or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta say, the biggest problem for me was always the ending, because there's no way that Jessica Lange is like, oh, this is you, because I mean, it just if someone did that shit to you, right?
Yeah.
And like romanced your dad,
so fucked up.
And then
it was like, psych, I'm a guy. Yeah.
Yeah. And then wants to take you out, your answer is going to be fuck you.
Fuck you. Yeah. Also, sanity check for me here, Joe.
Yeah.
Michael Dorsey as himself is at a party.
Yeah.
And meets her character. I forget the character's name. Julie, thank you. Yeah. And drops the exactly worded line that she had just said to Dorothy Michaels the day before, 2 days earlier.
Yeah.
And she doesn't recognize that as the exact line that she just said to somebody. Come on.
I mean, no, that definitely stretches credibility.
Yeah.
It's true.
Especially because of how specifically worded it was. If he paraphrased it, okay, fine.
On the other hand, I mean, how much this short, obnoxious guy comes up to you? How much are you actually listening to what he's saying?
Okay.
I mean, you can tell he's going to try and pick you up. So how much of it are you actually hearing?
Fair enough. And then it works. It ends up working. That's the part that I'm like, he gets encouraged for doing this. Let's talk about in Tootsie his girlfriend. Well, not really. His friend,
Sandy, played by the great and good Terry Garr.
Right. Like, that he's terrible to her.
Yeah. Well, and the whole thing is he doesn't want to sleep with her, but in case folks you haven't seen this, there's a scene where they're gonna go hang out, and she to celebrate getting the money for this play they want to put on, and she is running to take a shower, and while he is waiting for her to get done with her shower, he goes in her bedroom and he sees this dress, and this also stretches credibility. Because he decides he wants to try the dress on, so he takes his clothes off, and that's when she comes out of the shower, sees him in his underwear, and the only explanation he can think of is that he wants to have sex with her, so he has sex with her, and it's gross.
Yeah,
that's gross.
It's kind of an unnecessarily mean thing to do to this character. Yeah. Makes him seem like absolute human garbage. Also, the way he then treats her.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Fake stringing her along.
The thing, it's meant to be like, this is farcical.
Yeah.
And so it's like this complicates things for him further, and then you have throughout the movie, he's trying to hide this from her. So I get why they did it
from a mechanic's point of view. You see it.
Yeah, it's the storytelling point of view. I understand why it's there. It's just it just does not help endear the character.
Man, can I say I fucking love Terry Garr, man.
Oh, fuck yeah.
She's great.
Terry Garr is great in everything she did.
I've got the Terry Garr flip out scene. It's well, let's play it. Let's let her have some room on this show.
Yeah.
I'm in love with another woman.
What are you saying to me?
Sandy, please. Sandy, we never said we loved each other. We went to bed one time. Sandy, I'm crazy about you. You're one of the dearest friends I ever had. But let's not pretend it was something else. We're going to lose everything we have.
I never said I love you. I don't care about I love you. I read The Second Sex. I read The Cinderella Complex. I'm responsible for my own orgasm. I don't care. I just don't like to be lied to.
You asked me to be straight with you.
I knew this was right. I didn't tell you how I'd feel about it, though, did I?
Oh, please, tell me, what can I do for you?
There's nothing you can do for me. I just have to feel like this until I don't feel like this anymore, and you're gonna have to know that you're the one that made me feel this way.
Aren't we still friends?
No, we are not friends. I don't take this shit from friends, only from lovers.
Wait a minute. What about the play?
Yes, what about the play? I think I should tell you to shove your play. but I won't. Because I never allow personal despair to interfere with my professional commitments. I am a professional actress. So, are these real chocolate-covered cherries?
I think so.
See you at rehearsal.
Oh, Sandy.
Don't call me.
Anyway, she fucking nails it in that scene.
Brilliant.
Just, I like to think that she did that on the first take because it just feels so good, so natural for her to just destroy that. Anyway, so I watched this film. I did not think like, wow, what an absolutely overwhelmingly 80s film this is.
No,
at any point. It had some great actors of the decade in it, for sure.
Had Charles Durning. Dabney
right,
Coleman.
as the dad who.
Yeah,
right. Dabney Coleman was a big chauvinist. He got to play that part in 9 to 5, also as the major.
Yep.
Chauvinist.
It was an early Gina Davis movie.
Right. I mean, she was kind of barely in it, but it.
Small part.
Very small part, but recognizable. And so, yeah, I was left with, and when we get to quotability, I was like, because I'd only seen it the one time, and then I watched it again, and I was like, I know the songs from Dave singing them, but he didn't really, he did often practice some of her lines, some of Tootsie's lines, but like the monologues that she would give, but I don't. Anyway, I wouldn't consider them quotable. Now, a little more about Rocky. We each have a bonus scene, right?
Yeah.
So we played our iconic scenes.
Yeah.
Earlier, but then I said, hey, give me a scene that you like or that you think is very important to Tootsie, right?
Right.
And then I did the same. We both had the similar Rocky scene, the famous beach screaming scene, which I think might have been due to because they're close to water, they might have had to scream to get the sound correct.
Yeah, it was, I mean, clearly very windy, and they had the water there. I'm sure it was very loud.
So they just started yelling at each other, I think. But
yeah.
All right, so the scene you wanted to drop is the end of the film, or near the end.
Yeah, because there's Michael Dorsey wants to get out of his contract because they want to extend him, and he doesn't want to be trapped in this, in this lie for the rest of his life. And he also wants to be done with it so that he can romance Jessica Lange. And so on a live broadcast, he goes off script, and that's what we're going to hear.
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
He returned to the States and joined the staff right here at Southwest General. When she worked here, she knew she had to speak out wherever she saw injustice and inhumanity. God save us. You do understand that, don't you, Dr. Brewster?
I never laid a hand on her.
Yes, you did. And she was shunned by all you nurses, too. But she was deeply, 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 deeply loved by her brother.
Her brother?
It was this brother who on the day of her death swore to the good Lord above that he would follow in her footsteps and just
Don't panic.
Owe it all up to her, but on her terms.
God, here come the terms.
As a woman, and just as proud to be a woman as she ever was. For I am not Emily Kimberly, the daughter of Dwayne and Alma Kimberly. No, I'm not.
I'm Edward Kimberly, the reckless brother of my sister Anthea.
Holy Christ! It's a fallerina!
Edward Kimberly, who has finally vindicated his sister's good name. I'm Edward Kimberly. Edward Kimberly. And I'm not mentally ill, but proud and lucky and strong enough to be the woman that was the best part of my manhood. The best part of myself.
That is one nutty hospital.
I knew there was a reason she didn't like me.
Commercial.
Cut it.
And cut.
All right, so there you go.
There you go.
All hell
That
breaks loose.
That great Bill Murray line in there.
Oh, yeah. Bill Murray, uncredited in his role for whatever reason. I don't know why. Stealing every scene that he's in. Cutting him in for little short bits like that. And, he crushes them.
Yeah.
Here we go, folks. The bonus scene for Rocky is 90 seconds of just... Oh, it's not even that. It's like 40 seconds of pure awesomeness. I cut it down. It is like a 4-minute scene where they just scream at each other. But I wanted to get the "you want to break me down" thing in there, because what an interesting thing to say to someone. What does that even mean? Here it is, folks. Adrian and Rocky screaming at each other on a beach.
Why don't you tell me the truth?
What are you putting me through, Adrian? You want to know the truth? The truth is I don't want to lose what I got. In the beginning, I didn't care about what happened to me. I go in the ring, I get busted up. I didn't care. But now there's you, there's the kid. I don't want to lose what I got.
What do we have that can't be replaced? What? A house. We got cars. We got money. We got everything but the truth. What's the truth, damn it?
I'm afraid, all right? You want to hear me say it? You want to break me down? All right, I'm afraid. For the first time in my life, I'm afraid.
Oh, fuck. That is comedy gold. It's not supposed to be comedy,
the
though.
first time in his life, he's afraid.
It's not supposed to be comedy, but yet it just kills.
He was not afraid when he went to see Psycho.
No.
He was not afraid when getting shots. But he's afraid now.
Yeah. That one line he says to her early on.
Why don't you tell me the truth?
What are you putting me through, Adrian?
Have you ever said, "What are you putting me through" to a person?
No. I mean, the writing there is just so bad.
It's so oddly specific with phrases that human beings don't say.
Yeah.
You want to break me down? Anyway, there you go, folks. There's your bonus scenes. I don't know, Joe, what do you think? You want to wrap this up by taking a run down the pillars?
Let's do that. But really, before,
what do you got?
Because I want to encourage people to go out and watch that montage scene.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
We can't show it here, but seek it out, watch it.
Well, I'll add it to the post.
Oh, fantastic!
Because I'm putting the movie trailers in the post. I'll put the montage.
Luxuriate in these long, loving shots of Stallone and Carl Weathers' thighs.
Yeah. The running. And
so much thigh in that.
Most of the stuff in the montage is like, this is happening week 1. And then they're in different clothes in a different place week 2, week 3. But the running on the beach is all the same shot. They're wearing the same clothes, but they cut it and show it different places, trying to make it seem like time has passed. And I'm like, that's the same day, guys.
Yeah.
So that kind of bothered me.
So much focus on their thighs.
A lot of thigh shots, guys. Yeah. The ladies need a little something to look at, I guess. In the
I suppose they do.
All right. Pillars. Let's do it, man. All right. We've said the casts of both of these a couple times. So
couple times.
What did you come out with on the cast for Tootsie?
I gave it a 3. I mean, it's a solid cast, but it's not like an incredibly what you would think of as an 80s cast. I mean, Jessica Lange was like, relatively early, and she had a lot of prestige stuff in the 80s.
Yeah.
So there's that. Terry Garr had lots of work, especially in the early 80s.
Yep.
In comedies. And Dabney Coleman, of course, 9 to 5, War Games.
Cloak and Dagger.
But not like
yeah.
But not like big 80s stars. I gave it a 3. What'd you do?
I went the other way with it. I don't think of them as like Brat Packers, but I mean, so many great 80s movies with Bill Murray, with Ghostbusters and Stripes and Meatballs, and so I was like, wow, having Bill Murray in your cast alone, it gives you something. I love Terry Garr and Mr. Mom, and even I liked her in this, in a movie that I don't even like. I liked her. Dabney Coleman in the movies we already mentioned. So I gave it a 7, even though it's a non-traditional 7. It's not like this isn't a St. Elmo's Fire cast, but it's a bunch of folks that are in a bunch of movies hitting doubles and hitting singles and doubles in the 80s. And Bill Murray's kind of a big name in the 80s, even if he's not our age. You know what I mean? So
That's true.
So I went with a 7, and I get what you're saying too, though, because I had originally rated it like a 4 or 5, and then I was like, I got to be fair to Bill, even though I don't love the film. I got to think about this cast. All right.
Right.
Meanwhile,
Rocky III.
Yeah.
What did you do for Rocky III?
Dude, we haven't talked about this yet, but there's a big, giant scene with pro wrestling legend Hulk Hogan as this insane person named like Thunder Lips.
Yes.
Like literally insane human being.
Yeah.
And he may have been literally insane as a person.
Probably coked out of his head in this.
Yeah. So you've got pro wrestling and you got Hulk Hogan. You have the introduction of Mr. T, 80s
literally,
icon.
in the credits, introducing Mr. T.
Yeah, and it weirdly in the titles it says Mr. and then the T is in quotes.
Really?
In the opening titles. In the end titles, the quotes are gone. I don't get it. Anyway, you got Stallone, who is Rocky, who is Rambo, right?
Right.
And Cliffhanger.
Well, that was the 90s.
90s, I know, yeah. Carl Weathers, I really only know him from this franchise.
He was in the 70s. I believe I'm not mistaken here. He was in the sequel to the Guns of Navarone called Force 10 from Navarone.
Wow.
With Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Which was on cable a lot when I was younger.
So Talia Shire, again, I don't know her from anything except this. Burt Young.
The Godfather.
Oh, I mean, sorry, in the 80s. Sorry.
80s. Sorry, right.
Right. That's Burt Young, again, is he in other 80s movies? Maybe as a
Back to
background.
School.
Is he? Oh, yeah. He's the limo driver in Back to School.
He's a limo driver in Back to School, yes.
But anyway, the combo of Stallone, Mr. T, and Hulk Hogan, I gave it a 7.
Okay. See, I gave it points for Stallone. I gave it points for introducing Mr. T. Gave it points for Hulk Hogan. I still only came up with a 4 because, again, these are mostly not my 80s icons. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I feel you. All right. Soundtrack.
Okay.
All right. We've heard a little bit of the soundtrack so far. Stephen Bishop is the big man on campus in the Tootsie universe with It Might Be You. This stuff. Let me jump to the hook, I guess. Here.
Something's telling me it might be you. Yeah, it's telling me it must be you. And I'm feeling it'll just be you all of my life.
So that's basically
that goes hard, man.
What your soundtrack goes like. I mean, there's Go Tootsie Go.
Go Tootsie Go, yep.
I'm just going to jump to the middle of this.
Proto metal sound.
Yeah, Stephen Bishop. So there you go.
Yeah. So there were those two songs, and then other than that, it's just a score by Dave Grusin. This kind of light jazz kind of.
Here's Sandy's song. There's a little bit of like maybe electric piano or synth, maybe light early, but I wouldn't call it exactly new wave.
No.
That's what most of the soundtrack is like.
No, it's just a very much an easy listening soundtrack.
Because of my brothers singing these two songs that I just played all the time, it was a big part of my 80s. I gave it a 3. It deserves maybe a 0, but I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 4 because it's a very specific early
80s sound,
kind of sound that It's not my 80s anyway, but
to be fair, I knew these songs. Like we've done movies where I don't know a single song on the soundtrack, right?
Right.
This one, hey, I knew these songs for better or worse. So I gave it a 3, you gave it a 4.
Because they were stapled into your psyche.
Now,
RockyIII.
RockyIII, dude.
Yeah.
This song was featured in the 80s Est.
That's true. Big hit.
And I'll jump ahead to, I think most people know this song, though. And here's the chorus. There you go. That is, of course, the legendary band Survivor belting out "Eye of the Tiger," written for the movie.
Is a song we've talked a lot about and we know a lot about, but it was interesting to see it in context in the movie and how often it's used.
It's so often.
Yeah. And the thing is, so there's this big song. The rest of the soundtrack, there's a couple songs by Frank Stallone because
the relationship.
Sly had to give him some work.
And then the famous score by Bill Conti, I think it might be pronounced.
Yeah.
Songs like this. Then if I play the middle of it, you're going to be like, oh. And then it breaks to the... Oh, yeah, here it is. So, it's that kind of stuff, which is very recognizable to me.
Recognizable. Not incredibly 80s. But
no, it was part of my 80s because we would use that kind of music to parody. When you're doing great at something, you would play that, that kind of shit. I gave this soundtrack a 7, just because of the absolute ubiquity of "Eye of the Tiger" when we were kids, and the other stuff that I know very well, the Bill Conti stuff. But how about you?
I gave it a 5, really only on the strength of "Eye of the Tiger."
Yeah.
The Frank Stallone songs are 80s, but they're not like iconically 80s. It's again just like "My Brother Needs Work," so here.
Yes.
So I gave it a 5. But little can I?
Yeah.
I don't know if it counts as a toy. It may you hear it and then tell me. Wait, hold off on the toy.
Okay, I'll hold off. I got my finger on the trigger though.
All right. I own this soundtrack on vinyl.
Oh, no way.
Here's why.
Yeah.
Because my I play 80 songs, or I have for the last couple of years played 80 songs around the house. My youngest loves "Eye of the Tiger," and he's like, we were in a record store and he's like, hey, they have "Eye of the Tiger," and I'm like, no, they don't have "Eye of the Tiger." But I go to the soundtrack section of this tiny the tiny record store.
Yeah.
And I'm flipping through and bam, there it is, RockyIII. So
Incredible.
I have played the RockyIII soundtrack on my turntable.
I'm giving it to you. That's a toy.
Right.
No one outside of this show could possibly have known that. So that's a toy. No one, that's an inside information for sure.
All right.
All right. Hit me up with your thoughts on the art design of these films.
I was very, very mid on both of these.
Mm-hmm.
They're both set in the early 80s. Tootsie, again, captures that early 80s New York City. I gave it a 5 because it's not like aggressively 80s. It's not like ostentatiously 80s, but it is that 80s New York vibe. I gave it a 5.
I gave it just one more. I gave it a 6 because of the popularity of soap operas in the 80s and how they pictured that, depicted that, I should say, very well.
Yeah.
I thought especially that era of soap opera. And all of the, as we mentioned earlier, the montage of magazine covers, very of the time.
I can see that.
And so I gave it a 6.
What about Rocky III?
Rocky III, I thought it had just a little more of the glitzy 80s excess. We had Rocky kind of in that me decade, having all the trappings of wealth, very yuppie dress with the suits and the big hair. And then again, the same deal with the magazines. And he endorsed a bunch of 80s like products.
Yeah.
You know, and so I gave it just one higher in the video arcade being in there in the art design. I gave it a 7. So where'd you come out on this?
I gave it a 5 like I gave Tootsie, but listening to you, I'm going to up that to a 6. And the most 80s looking stuff to me in there, the haircut on the sports announcer who interviews Clubber Lang.
Yes.
Just look for it if you haven't seen it.
Spectacular.
And then there's both Rocky and Apollo wear half socks or half shirts.
Half shirts, yes.
And
I
tube
meant to
socks.
mention that. Yeah, the half shirts. And in fact, the one Rocky wears is like a third of a shirt.
It really is not much shirt. It's true.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
crazy.
And then there's a scene at the fight where they have ringside reporters with rotary phones.
Incredible.
And cigars. They're going to call in the story. They've got the rotary phones. So I'm going to go 6 on this.
By the way, I got to, yes, thank you. I've got to go back on the cast for 1 second. One of the reasons I gave it a 7, I forgot to write it down. In one of these scenes where Apollo Creed takes Rocky to his gym, I saw a guy in silhouette with a cigar in his mouth. You can't see his face. You can see the shape of his face in silhouette. And I said to Marcia, that is Fats from Weird Science in the club scene, you know, where the guy's like crazy, insane.
Yeah.
I go to IMDb. It was fucking Fats from Weird Science. So I gave it an extra point for having Fats from Weird Science in a non-speaking, non-depicted role.
Right.
That only a true 80s film aficionado could pick out. Anyway, Joe, that brings us to quotability. And I've pulled a few quotes from Tootsie for you. One of them, 2 of them are Bill Murray. The first one,
because he had some of the best lines in here. Guessing he probably improvised them.
He walked in on somebody trying to get amorous.
That's right. The doctor who plays Dr. Brewster, the actor who plays Dr. Brewster, follows Dorothy to her house, talks his way up into the apartment, and is trying to kiss her when Bill Murray, Michael Dorsey's roommate, walks in. And then the doctor leaves, and Bill Murray comes out with this.
You slut.
There you go.
Just the delivery.
Short and to the point. Yeah. Go ahead.
Earlier in the movie, there's a big party, a birthday party scene, and they cut to Bill Murray talking to a big group of people.
He's holding court, right?
And then later on it's fewer people.
Yeah.
And then finally it's just his girlfriend rubbing his back and just kind of not even listening to him. But the first thing he says in that scene I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
I don't want a full house at the Winter Garden Theater. I want 90 people who just came out of the worst rainstorm in the city's history. These are people who are alive on the planet until they dry off. I wish I had a theater that was only open when it rained.
Funny bit. But for quotability, Joe, I could not come up with a quote in this film. I gave this a 0.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So how did you rank this one?
I gave it a 6 because there's some stuff in here that I really love. Again, I was a big fan of this movie.
That's true.
In the early
You would
80s.
know it better than I would. That's fair.
So for me, it was a 6.
I was blocking repressed memories and along with it, the quotes. So,
dude.
In Rocky III, we pulled some quotes, but most of them are just Mr. T doing cool shit like this.
That's right.
No, I don't hate Balboa, but I pity the fool, and I will destroy any man who tries to take what I got.
I mean,
that's right. I pity the fool comes from this.
Yeah, and then that became a catchphrase of his.
That's right.
Along with Stay in School.
Yeah, there was a Mr. T doll. And if you
pulled the string,
he said, I pity the fool.
I pity the fool. He didn't use it in this same way the rest of the 80s. He would say, I pity the fool that, whatever.
Yeah,
in this,
does drugs.
In this way,
doesn't eat his cornflakes.
He's like, I don't hate Balboa, but I pity the fool. Great.
Yeah.
That's iconic, that catchphrase in the 80s, right?
Absolutely.
This one's not as iconic, but it's when they meet in the ring for the rematch. This happens.
I'll bust you up. Go for it.
Go for it.
I'm going to bust you up. War is on. Go for it. And then the announcer says the war is on.
Which, I think we were talking about this earlier. Before we started recording, I think "Go for It" might have been on the posters.
Oh my God, it's so great! Like a catch,
I know it was in the. I know that slogan was in the trailer.
So good. And then finally, Clubber Lang is being interviewed, and
in the locker room before the fight.
Right. And here's what happens.
What's your prediction for the fight then?
Prediction?
Yes, prediction.
Pain.
This is how Mr. T got famous, essentially.
Yeah.
He's a bouncer in a club, from what my recollection of his history. And
they liked his look.
He had a great look. He had those feather earrings, by the way.
He did. Yeah, the mohawk and the feather earrings and the sleeveless jean jacket.
So very, very 80s looking.
And they were like, you know what? Let's find a TV show for this guy. And they built the A-Team around, we got to do something with Mr. T.
Around that guy, yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that they gave him the Achilles heel of being afraid to fly in a team that was always flying places.
They had no choice but to fly everywhere.
Yeah. So based on the strength of basically Mr. T alone, and You Want to Break Me Down, I'm Scared, I gave this a 5. Not super quotable, but an average amount of quotability. And I Pity the Fool alone might get it to 5, you know?
See, but for me, between I Pity the Fool and Go For It, which are pretty iconic, I gave it a 7.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I was considering upping this to a 6 just because of I Pity the Fool. I think I'll do that based on your persuasive argument there. So,
all right then.
So,
cultural relevance.
We are left with cultural relevance, Joseph. And I'll tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
Tootsie was selected for the National Film Registry in 1998, 16 years after it released.
Mm-hmm.
And it was also the second highest grossing movie of 1982 after cultural monstrosity, which I still have not seen, E.T. So it was only bested by E-fucking-T in that year. Pretty big cultural relevance, I thought. Most people have heard of this movie, I would say. Even though I would rather deny that fact. I tried to stay objective. I gave Tootsie a 7 for cultural relevance. It started a conversation in America.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I gave it a 5 because it had cultural relevance for me, but people like you did not find it relevant at all.
Well, it was relevant to me avoiding it. No, but yes, people thought of it. The Siskel and Ebert reviews, the National Film Registry.
If you went up to people at our high school, right?
Yeah.
Most of them would not be like, "Oh yeah, I have a Tootsie poster on my wall."
Well, unless you walked up to my brother.
That's true.
But yes.
I said most.
Most you did. You're right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Rocky series, I would say, was better known than the Tootsie series. Relevance of launching Mr. T to stardom. Eye of the Tiger becoming a top 40 hit, a top 10 hit, I think. Maybe even a number 1 hit. My memory fails me on that. Eye of the Tiger, massive cultural phenomenon. I gave Rocky III an 8.
Okay. I went 6 on it because I went higher than Tootsie.
Yeah.
I guess just because it wasn't super relevant to me.
Yeah.
I didn't go higher than a 6.
It was definitely relevant to me, to making fun of it and watching it.
I'm gonna. You make a persuasive argument. I'm gonna go up to a 7 on that.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Excellent. Now we're going to tabulate our numbers, which help us to decide. I went up 1 on 1 and 1 on that. And Joe, it's time for us to render a verdict.
Wait a minute, you can't get away with this. Oh no, I'm afraid I can. You see, only the president of the Greek Council can call a vote. That's completely unfair. This is bullshit. Meeting adjourned.
I'm calling the vote, Joe, and Tootsie is the favorite. It is a 4 seed in this region, which is even. That means you, my friend, will get the pleasure of stating your opinion now.
So, I mean, it was relatively close, but in most categories, Rocky III had at least a slight lead. I think I'm doing my addition wrong here, but no, definitely Rocky III gets my vote.
Rocky III. Big upset, 13 seed. Also 2 movies that you did not really rank, but you did rank Rocky III slightly higher in the hundreds than you did. True. No surprise here at all. I put this Rocky III at number 16, and I put Tootsie 100 lower almost, and but I still watched them and tried to rate them as objectively as I could. But even adding up my pillars, it was 24 for Tootsie, 36 for Rocky. I am going also with Rocky III. But Joe, we know there's a fuck ton of Tootsie lovers out there because this thing ended up 16th overall. So
That's true. So it's going to have some support.
Yeah, we're putting it out ahead 2-0, but there are dozens and dozens of voters who might just make Tootsie a walkover. I don't know, but
it's hard to predict. I feel.
Yeah. What I do know is that is we're gonna wrap up the show. That's all the time we have for this week. But next time on the 80s is Joe.
Yeah.
It's one film near and dear to both of us. I think I don't want to speak for you, but
100%.
6 seed Airplane is in next week's show.
Yep.
I've seen that movie dozens of times.
Same. It's one of my oldest kids' favorite movies of all time.
Oh, awesome. And that's going to go up against the 11 seed in this region, Streets of Fire. Have you seen that film?
No.
Neither have I.
Okay, interesting.
So that's going to be really interesting to see where that one goes. So,
all right. Well, at the end of the show, we've taken to playing a quote from an 80s movie, and we say first one to run to the comments and identify the movie, and if you can, the character that said it wins. We're keeping score, and we're going to give a prize to the season winner. Last week's quote, you want to play that, Keith?
Here it is.
What are you doing to me?
Oh, we're just emptying your mind.
What?
We are going to empty your memory, as we might empty your pockets. Doctor.
No, don't do that. Please, I beg you. My mind is all I have. I spent my whole life trying to fill it.
Begin.
They're like, fuck it.
That of course, is the Hans Zarkov from Flash Gordon, which was identified correctly by one Chris Jacobs. Good job, Chris.
Yeah, well done. He even knew the character and everything. And I'll admit, I did not know what movie that was or what character that was when I first heard it. So congratulations to Chris. And
good job.
We now have an even leaderboard, I believe, of a different person. There was nobody in week 1, and then your sister and Alejandro and Chris, I believe. I have to check. I have it written down. Maybe did Denny steal one? I can't remember.
I don't.
That's
think
why
so,
I read
yet.
it down. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So,
and folks, to be able to vote for your favorite movie, make sure you sign up with us at our Substack, which is the80zest.substack.com. It is free, and brother, it always will be.
Now, I hope I didn't make this week's quote too easy, but I guess we'll find out who listened first because you'll probably definitely get this one. All right. Well, that's all for today's show. In Cleveland, this is Keith Marsteller. Until we meet again, be excellent to each other.
And in Seattle, this is Joe Walk. Thanks for listening. Tune in again next week because we'll be back.
I think they sent me to the wrong place.
Uh-huh.
See, I did join the army, but I joined a different army. I don't want to have to go to your boss or anything, okay? Look, to be truthful with you, I can't sleep in a room with 20 strangers.
Oh, dear.